Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video I'm going to be going over a post on the forums about the upcoming game updates, and this is mainly surrounding wheels, crates and those sort of things. So getting updates, part of the promises for the future that was announced a couple of weeks ago by Scopely in terms of things they want to do to address the PlayersUnited initiative that was started to just hopefully get this game back to sort of where a lot of people think it should be. And it says, survivors, over the past few weeks we've spent a lot of time analysing your feedback on the state of the game and folding that feedback into an exciting series of updates that we've been working on for a long time. Many of these changes should reflect direct responses to the suggestions and feedback that you, the players, have provided, as well as additional updates that we believe will make for a much better day-to-day game experience. The below updates are scheduled to go live in the game the week of August the 19th with the 21.0.0 update. Please note, while there are many game changes listed below, there are still additional game updates that we are planning to make that will further address the feedback that players have given us. Those additional updates are scheduled to launch later this fall, and we will share more info on them at a later date. We're also excited to update the community on the Promised Player Council initiative. Thank you to the players who have agreed to participate in this program, which kicks off next week. We're excited to work with you on the below update and future updates. We feel that these updates are a major step forward in addressing the feedback we've received from all of you. We look forward to continuing to iterate on the state of the game to make sure it is an experience that everyone loves and believes in. For an even more detailed view of these changes, please see the full changelog here. Now, I'm not going to go over the full changelog as it is very extensive, however I'm going to refer to it based on character updates in certain parts of the game. So the first part of the game that's going to be updated is the supply depot, and first off it's supply markers, and it says increased odds of 5-star ascendables appearing, now a 15% chance of a 5-star ascendable appearing in slots 7 and 8. Updated and improved the 5-star ascendable fighter pool that can appear in slots 7 and 8. Removed fighters from the energy slot, added chance at war energy refills. Replaced trait trainers with legendary trainers in slot 2. Weapon slot updated to now only have 4-star weapons. Something not listed here as well is there is no prestige limitations on supply depot anymore. It is 100% going to be open to everybody regardless of your prestige. There will be the initial blockers still. I think one was reputation, there might be some to do with levels as well, so those initial ones will still be in place, but the prestige slot will no longer exist now, so everyone will have access to the entire depot. The characters that are now in the supply depot are the Wanderer, the Governor, Eugene, Jeremiah, Mirabelle, Laurie. Within Alert and within Fast it's Connor, Gator, Joshua, Dwayne, Sandy and Yvette. Within Strong we've got Glenn, Carl, Aaron, Herschel and Negan. And within Tough we've got Andrea, Dwight, Eric, Kenny, Maggie and Tyrese. So a lot of older characters. I generally see the supply depot as a stepping stone. There is Eric still in here, and we have got the addition of Herschel, who is being listed as a 5-star ascendable. He is obviously one of the next 2 5-star ascendable characters that are going to be made available, the other being Maggie, and she's also in parts of these updates, and he is going to be a Generation 2 character as well. More updates in the depots. Within survival markers, combined survival road specific gear to 1 slot and increase the stock of that gear. Added mod scraps, so now you can get mod scraps with your survival road markers. Added mod boxes from gold, silver and bronze. Obviously you can now get mod boxes with your survival road markers. Combined the 4-star survival road characters and 4-star weapons into the same slot. Upgraded the rarity of drug kits. They have also removed stim packs from that slot. I guess no one was purchasing those, so they removed them. Within the assault markers depot, it says combine the collection items and tripled stock counts, and that's for characters like, I think it's John, and I can't remember the other character's name. It's not Connor, it's the Fast character. Added silver and gold earrings. This is for Tara, but it is actually platinum and gold. Hopefully that's a typo, and it's going to be platinum and gold earrings to be able to get Tara from the depot. Added various tokens. Added optional weapon crafting parts. There is a battle chest update as well with the war crates, revamped battle chest contents, added a legendary trainer as a possible drop, reduced probability of getting supply points, increased amount gained, added mod scraps, 5-star recruit tokens, war refills, 4-star weapon tokens and blue keys as possible drops. Within the detailed list, here it is. It's legendary trainer, universal trait trainer, 20 blue keys, 20 basic tokens, 300 5-star recruit tokens, 1 elite fighter token, 200 supply points, 1 war energy refill, 575 mod scrap or 175 4-star weapon tokens. Those are the variants that you can now get, and those 20 blue keys obviously go towards Pete Anderson. Obviously you need quite a few thousand of those, so the chance of you getting it purely through war tokens is very, very small, considering it's probably the premium item within here as well. The odds of getting that is going to be very, very low. Next up, we have a roster cap increase. Leveling up from 100 to 150 now adds a total of 150 additional spaces to the roster cap. So if you're already a level 150, you should just be given 150 roster space once update 21.0.0 goes live. There is an update to the 30-day pass bonus crate, and it says updated the day 30 bonus crate to now have 5-star ascendable fighters. Also, all 5-star fighters non-ascendables have been removed from the crate. Increase the drop rate of the 5-star ascendable fighters in the day 30 bonus crate to 35%. The day 30 bonus crate will now have the following possible items: 5-star ascendable fighter, epic trainer, universal trainer, and legendary trainer. And the first purchase bonus changed to 5-star ascendable Carl Strong Green, which is obviously the leader Carl for most melee teams on defense. He is generation 1, he's quite old, but that's it. Again, a pretty decent starting block for like a new player. Getting the 30-day pass will get Carl. If you're someone who's had the 30-day pass in the past or multiple times, what happened last time was they just gave out the 4-star Carl that they made as the bonus, and that's probably going to happen again this time around as well. The characters available within the 30-day pass crate at 35% chance of getting one of these is Beta, Ezekiel, Romanov, Shiva, Herschel, Madison, and Laura. And that Herschel is obviously the Guardian 2, probably the best character out of all of these. None of these are really, other than Herschel, too spectacular. They're okay. They're pretty old. I guess Laura's quite rare maybe, but generally speaking, these aren't amazing, but they're just okay, except maybe Beta's probably the worst in here. Some changes to the mod scrap cap, and it says increased mod scrap inventory cap from 130,000 to 180,000, increased mod scrap conversion cap from just over 2 million to 3 million, so obviously you can get more mod scrap per day with the materials that you have. This may be them lining up an expansion to the town as well, where obviously you'd probably produce more materials in that case. Next up, it says we have a 5-star recruit token update, revamped pool of characters, more powerful recruits available. And these are those characters. Within alert, we've got Davey, Riker, and Ajax. Within fast, we've got Camilla, Marlon and Rosie, Glenn. Within strong, we've got Nox, Elodie, and Princess. And within tough, we've got Morgan, who's the follow-up Morgan, Denise, and Disarm Michonne. So we've got some very nice characters within the 5-star tokens. Me personally, I only have 1 or 2 of these characters over each of my regions, so I've got a high potential of actually getting new characters, which is great. There are a couple of Generation 2 characters in here as well, which is nice, and Camilla being an actual good attacking leader for melee characters is right nice as well, considering the sort of disappointment we had around Jackson. Some big changes within prestige recruits, revamped pool of characters, more powerful recruits available, increased odds of 5-star ascendables dropping, and it's being increased to 7%, which is exactly the same as the 5-star token will. But the biggest change here is they've removed 4-star recruits. So you're guaranteed to get a 5-star character from prestige recruits once this update goes live. There are a lot of ascendables available in prestige recruits as well, and those are Erica, Andrea, Lewis, and Clementine within alert, Beta, Tyrese, Yvette, and Martinez in fast, Chris, Rick, Garrett, and Violet within strong, and then we have Tobin, Sophia, Barker, and Lee within tough. So a couple of Generation 2 characters in here, a couple of Lacerators, some Revive characters. It's a nice mix of characters, fan favorites as well. There's 3 Telltale characters in here, which is great. I think this, along with the 5-star wheel, are the best updates in terms of the characters available. And the fact that they've removed the 4 stars in this is absolutely fantastic, because some of those 5 stars are actually pretty nice and pretty rare. There are some updates to the elite character wheel as well. Removed 3-star recruits, so you can only get 4-star and above now. Increased the chance of 5-star recruits dropping, and it's been increased to 8%. Increased chance of 5-star ascendables dropping, and that's been increased to 2%. And expanded the amount of 5-star ascendables available. The 5-star ascendables available in the elite character wheel are Mirabelle, Jesus, Davey, Rick, Eris, Rosita, Glenn, Herschel and Negan, Andrea, Maggie, and Sadiq. So no one super spectacular, potentially maybe Davey, maybe Herschel, because he could be really good. He is a Generation 2 character as well. I think he's the only Generation 2 character out of the listed as well. And again, the elite character token will, I just see more of a stepping stone, and it's a 2% chance of getting a character, so nothing too spectacular there. But there is no real game changer here just yet, except potentially, like I said, Davey and maybe Herschel. Elite weapons, they're increasing the odds of 4-star weapons dropping, and it's being increased to 10%. I believe it was originally 5%. Added more weapons and increased the pool of 4-star weapons by 29. So there's going to be a lot more weapons in the elite weapons as well. However, they have not been listed, so we don't know what weapons are coming in. Hopefully some nice specials are going to be coming in, and this will be good for new players. Veterans, it'll be nice for maybe a little bonus, but it's generally going to be nicer for newer players. It takes a very long time to get that armory up to 20. It takes a long time to research everything. So to close the gap for new players, having weapons drop within this world, like impair on defense, that sort of thing, would be actually really, really nice. Some big changes to basic tokens as well. They've removed 1 and 2-star weapons and fighters. There's only 3 stars, 4 stars and 5 stars now, as they have added 4 stars and 5 stars into the basic tokens. They have not listed the characters that are available, but I would assume it's going to be pretty basic 5 stars. You know, the very old school characters like the Tyreses, the Morgans, maybe the very original depot characters. There are no 5-star ascendables in basic tokens, and I would not be surprised if the odds were extremely low considering how much basic tokens a lot of people have and can get. Both the 3 to 4 star and the 4 to 5 star ascension pools have been updated. The 3 to 4 star one has been updated with museum collection characters, and there's been a revamped character pool for the 4 to 5 star pool with double the amount of 5-star ascendables available. In 4 to 5 star ascension we have Donnie, Rick, Rose, the Governor, Madison, Richard, Dev, Davey and Lucas within Alert. Carly, Maggie, Morgan, Maggie, Rick, Ezekiel, Michonne, Rick, and Romanov within Fast. That is of course the upcoming ascendable Maggie, Life and Death. And we also have Rick, All Out War, who is the Guardian 2 character. Within Strong we have Shiva, Jackson, Sawyer, Cal, Victor, Wyatt, Kelly, Abraham, and Connie. I would say the Strong pool is probably the weakest, but it's generally speaking because of the 2 Generation 2 characters that are in here. Jackson and Sawyer are not that great. There are some other decent characters in here. There are a couple of commands. There is Shiva, there is Cal, and these characters still have some usage. But I'd say overall probably the weakest trait within Ascension, probably the weakest trait within free-to-play, and probably one of the weaker traits within Premier as well. Strong has not really been given much love, if I'm honest. And lastly we have Tough, which is Yumiko, Jesse, Shane, Sadiq, Abraham, Douglas, Dwight, Ezekiel and Aiko. So it does look like Eric's been removed from Ascension, but the odds of getting a character in here is massively reduced anyway. So I think ascending purely for a specific character is not the way to go. You should probably just ascend for fun, ascend for fodder, and just the potential of maybe getting an ascendable, not to actually guarantee yourself ascendable, because Eric's much more likely to be attained through the supply depot than through Ascension. Updates to the training grounds: legendary training, increased odds of 5-star ascendables dropping, increased odds of 5-star recruits dropping, increased odds of 4-star recruits dropping, and decreased odds of 3-star recruits dropping. Doubled the amount of 5-star ascendables available to drop. And there are 3 of each trait. It's the Governor, Mirabelle and Rosita for Alert, Negan, Vincent and Barker for Fast, Glenn, Carl and Beta for Strong, Andrea, Eric and Tyrese for Tough. So no real game changes other than Eric, who was already in here. There isn't anyone who's special been added, so nothing too spectacular if I'm honest within legendary training. But you have got a better chance of getting these ascendables now. They didn't list the odds. There is also a better chance of getting the basic 5 stars, like your 5-star Tyrese. He's part of a collection. I think Andrea, and I also think Angela is also a 5-star. Those 3 are parts of collections which are quite hard to come by. And lastly, the 4-star weapon tokens. They've increased the power of weapons available and increased the variety of weapons. So again, they haven't listed anything when it comes to, the power of these weapons, whether they're going to be trait specials, whether they're going to be anything decent in there. Hopefully there is, like I said before, same sort of reasoning, mainly just so players can close the gap a bit more, because personally I've got pretty decent weapons, but if someone new comes to the game, it can take them 6 months just to get into the position to even start crafting these weapons, let alone actually getting them. And then it finishes off by saying thank you again to our community for your passion and commitment to Road to Survival. So I think a lot of these updates are pretty good. I particularly like the fact that they've removed 4 stars from Prestige. The update to the 5-star token wheel looks actually really good, like a lot of fresh characters in there that have been on War Wheels. Who's your favourite character that's been added to the wheels? Which is your favourite wheel overall? Do tell me your thoughts on the updates that are going to be coming with update 21.0.0, which should be within the next week or 2. But that's it in my video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.